why do men lie about who they are?
Ego. Ego and the fantasy.
What's the fantasy?
You tell me. Whatever the fantasy
shit.
is up to the girl. Whatever the girl's fantasy is of what she imagines this guy is, he's gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm that. You know, like girls are crazy with that. Like guys, we don't fantasize.
Wow.
We kind of put you on a pedestal, but we don't fantasize like your whole backstory. You know, maybe we fantasize like, oh, she's probably a good girl. Like we'll fantasize if you're a good girl or not, right? Like, oh, like she's probably a good girl. Like, you know, yeah, she's never been with nobody else. You know, like that's a fantasy. Like that's literally how we fantasize. Like she's untapped, or like, you know, obviously you've been with somebody, but like she's not around for everybody. Yeah. But girls, men can never live up to the fantasy you have of them in your head.
As far as the Bachelorette stuff, is it, you just can't talk about like kind of in how they make, like the process of making it?
Anything that they say, it's super weird. Like I haven't read the whole contract because it's so damn long, but they say like you can't talk about and go too in detail or like reveal anything that wasn't shown on the show. So like my exit, like if you ask me like, well, why did you leave the show? I can't really tell you the full reason. I can't really tell you what actually went down, you know? Like, I can tell you that personally, but not like on the camera, yeah.
Okay.
But I can tell you about the experience for sure and like tell you like, you know, just like general questions. What usually what people ask, like, what was it like? Did you win? And I'm like, it's not about it's not about winning, like in that.
Well, I'm an old Bachelor fan.
Oh,
like
okay.
Season 1.
Oh, dang, OG.
Yeah. Actually, the past few seasons I haven't watched because I feel like they're not as good as like the older ones. Because it's so many people now like that just want to like get a following and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
So
and then they even allow it.
I did watch your season.
Oh, good. Yeah. It was cool. Yeah. Thank you. That season was a little messy because of the two girl thing, and I felt like Rachel was always like second-handed so much, like just not prioritized. Oh, Rachel?
Yes.
Yeah. Rachel, she's a crybaby, but again, it's like what you guys see is like 1% of what actually is real in that show. Like 1%. The 99% that y'all don't see is like, it's crazy to me. Because like, to me, like Rachel was like the chillest girl ever. Really? But like, if you watch that show, like they make her cry all the time. And I'm like, I think they tell him to cry. Like, it's ridiculous. Like
I could never do it. Everybody would hate me because I would just be like too straightforward.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the problem. Like I played it exactly like that. Like I guess I didn't play it.
Okay, we'll go. Well, I want to start like at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I don't want you to say what you're gonna say.
For sure. No, don't waste the good stuff.
Alec Garza.
Hi.
Welcome to That's What He Said. Your older sister Natalie Garza was on.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they know her.
Yeah.
And y'all look a lot alike too.
Oh cool. Yeah. Shout out to my sister.
Even like your mannerisms and like how you talk is kind of funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
So tell us about you. I want to hear about your photography business. We'll plug that a little bit.
I'm Alec Garza. 30 years old. Recently 30. I've been doing photography.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, it's really good. It was a little struggle, 29, approaching 30, like just mentally. And then once I turned 30, I was like, all right, it's not too bad. Yeah. Like, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I've been doing photography and videography since I was 13, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. One of my best friends just had a camera. And he would do flips and tricks. Like he could do a double backflip on the grass. And I thought he was the coolest kid ever. And he was like, hey, can you record me doing it? And I was like, hell yeah. And so I fell in love with just getting the perfect angle and like holding a camera. It was really nice. And so in 2022, I finally got an LLC with my company. And I've been doing a lot of weddings and events and just working with various companies across Houston and being flown out and just, you know, there's so many perks to my job that it's like I feel spoiled because sometimes like I get paid to go to places that people pay to go to. You know, like I've done music festivals, I've done concerts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like stuff like that where it's like, and at weddings now, I've done so many weddings that if I go to a wedding by as a guest, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Because when I'm as the photographer, I'm back, you know, I'm behind the scenes. I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing if they're worried, they're nervous, they're excited. You know, it's a lot more hands-on, a lot more intimate. So yeah, I really love my job. I think one thing I forgot to say was like what kind of made me think I could make money from it was that I was just recording all the memories, you know, with my friends. I was always carrying a camera around. And I walked into Pump Nutrition, which is a local like smoothie, protein. You know, they would love to, you know, have First Form there maybe.
Yeah.
And they're really great. I know the owners. And the owner saw me. He's like, hey, you make videos, right? I was like, yeah, you know, for my friends. And he's like, can I pay you to make a video for us? And I was like, sure. And so, you know, that really was the first initial, oh, I can make money doing this. And just from there, that video led to another client hitting me up, hey, can you film my wedding? And I was like, I mean, I can, but I don't know if I have the equipment. Like, I've never even been to a wedding, like, at that age. So that was
your first wedding?
Yeah, I think I was like 18 years old.
Wow,
and,
that's a lot of trust.
Yeah, it was awesome. Shout out to Anissa. She worked with me. Oh, no, Elisa. So sorry. No, delete that. Alyssa. Yeah, she worked with me at my first job, Bear Creek Roller Rink, right there on Highway 6.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, you know, just...
that's a testament, too, that, like, just to who you are, that you're able to shoot weddings.
Yeah.
Because a lot can happen at a wedding. I've been in a lot of weddings. And it's like, I don't, like, sorry to my friends, but like, I do not like being in weddings.
Yeah.
It is so stressful. Like, as a bridesmaid or as a maid of honor, I've been a maid of honor 3 times.
Oh, yeah, it's the hardest job, low key.
And I'm like, y'all are crazy. Like, this day makes you a crazy person.
And like, they're pulling you in.
Fun.
Yeah, they pull you in all directions. They expect you to be like, well, you're the maid of honor. You should be doing that. It's like, I'm already doing this, you know? It's like,
and
I can't.
On top of that, you're supposed to have fun. It's like, how am I supposed to have fun? I'm also worried about, like, are we sure we're marrying this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So to be behind the scenes doing that and, like, delivering that day, like, you know, in footage, that's a lot. So,
yeah, you have to be adaptable, which is a really good quality to have, like, in all business, like being adaptable and just, I mean, I could go in with a plan. I'm not a big talker with like plans, like some guys, I guess we'll get into it later, but like, you know, some guys really want to like detail everything they're going to do and have this like plan and tell you, and I've always been under the circumstance that like, man plans, God laughs, you know, like just flow with it, roll with it, because you know, I don't want to be disappointed, you know, so I rather just go in with low expectations and just be surprised and just be ready for anything. Cause,
what's your like favorite job that you've done?
My favorite job?
Like of all the things you've been hired for?
I think the biggest, like the coolest one at that time, I was in college, I just turned 21. My best friend, the same guy that got me the camera, that helped me out the first time, he got us a gig for Mr. Olympia. With EHP Labs, and they're still around. And so I got to shoot with Katia Elise Henry, who's like really big now, and I got to shoot with all these people. They flew us out to Vegas. And
like competitors
that
you were shooting with?
So they were a protein supplement. Like EHP Labs, they sell a bunch of supplements. And so we got to be with their booth. And I remember just being like, whoa, like I'm in college, I'm still studying, like, but I'm already getting flown out and like getting paid on top of this to work with.
You're like 20 and you're in Vegas.
With my best friend too.
Yeah.
So it was just like, yo, this is sick. That one was really cool. And then doing like a lot of the bar restaurants things I've been doing lately. Like past year, we got to go to NOLA, New Orleans for Tales of the Cocktail. That was crazy. San Diego for another thing. Phoenix, Arizona for another thing. So like, that's been really fun. And I think the first time I got flown out for a wedding in Cabo was like really cool too. Yeah, because I was like, oh, I'm doing destinations
what a hard
now.
Life.
Yeah. I was like, this is pretty cool. It was hot though. We were shooting like 12 hours and it was all outdoors. And it was like, our cameras were overheating type. Yeah. So we were like, all right, alternate, rotate the camera, you know, get the cool one. Yeah. So there's like a lot more.
That's really cool. Well, I'll definitely tag like your, do you have a website?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll tag your website, Instagram, everything in the episode description if anybody wants to check you out.
www.ajgworks.com.
You were on The Bachelorette.
I was.
You were on, I don't know what number season that was.
Season 19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say like 100.
I'm trying to think if it was 2022 or 2023.
It was with Rachel and Gabby.
Yeah.
So I was just telling you I'm like an OG Bachelor fan. I'm sure I've said that on the show before. And
you started Bachelor Nation.
Literally.
You're a founding member.
I am. Yes, the founding. I should be on like the board of representatives. But yeah, so I watched Gabby and Rachel's season, and it wasn't until I was having a chat with your sister that she said something one time about you being on The Bachelorette, and I was like, wait, what? Like, go back to what you just said.
Yeah.
And then she was telling me that it was their season, and then what happened. I was like, wait, I remember that. And I had to like look it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I do remember you.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. And it's funny too, because I have seen so many I don't know what it is. Like so many reality stars in real life. Not saying that you're a star or that you're not.
No, I'm not.
Tell me your relationship history and how that led you to the Bachelorette and where you are now.
Okay, so I guess I have to start with my first serious girlfriend, like who I lost my V card to.
Okay.
Because I think that's serious for a lot of people. You know, that can make, like when you lose your V card, that's like your first, usually, hopefully it's with somebody that you love or like, you know, you want. Mm-hmm. And I think I got the craziest girl I could have ever gotten at that point in my life. I was turning 15 and I had known her for 3 days and I asked her to be my girlfriend. And then like a month and a half later, you know, I lost it to her. And later on, I found out that she does drugs. And I'm freshman year in high school.
Like what kind of drugs?
Cocaine.
Oh, wow.
And I was so young that I thought cocaine was fake. I thought it was in the movies only, like Miami, like Scarface in the 80s. Like I thought it was outdated, like, cause you know, you don't see nobody doing cocaine at that age, you know? So I thought it was like outdated. I'm like, how the hell are you even getting cocaine at this age? It was crazy.
She was your same age?
Yeah, she was 1 year older. So she was 15, I was 14. When I turned 15, she turned 16.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so I immediately broke up with her because I was so anti, you know, drugs, dare, you know, all that. Big thing. And so
you know, they say dare actually makes people do drugs more.
That's crazy, I guess. Because it worked.
Yeah, like it didn't work on our generation.
No, it did. Yeah, because for me, I just felt like I was always proud of being ADHD and being like, oh, I'm high off life. Like I don't need that, you know, like. And so like I had a lot of friends that would like smoke weed and you know like that stuff, but like they would always want to get me to do it, but I just didn't really want to because I felt like it slows me down, you know.
Yeah.
And so I break up with her. She ends up one day I come home and my house is robbed. Yeah, like the garage door's open. They kicked open the back door. They stole everything, all my movies, all my video games, all the TVs, everything, like some jewelry from my mom. And they didn't.
Like your parents' house.
Yeah, and they didn't steal my dogs. Thank God. I saw my dogs were just outside waiting for me. I just remember crying so much, and I had homework due, and I didn't have a computer now to do it. And so I called her up and told her like, you know, what happened. And so she comes and gives me her laptop and she was there for me, right? 3 years later, she was the one that robbed my house and she's the one that told the guy what I had and everything. Yeah. So I didn't find that out till later, which we'll come back to. But it gets crazier. She ends up, so she was there for me. She comes up to me one day, like that week in the hallway, the main hallway of my high school with a pregnancy test.
Shut up.
And I swear, I cannot make this up. And she's like...
This is a movie.
Yeah, literally. I was like, I'm glad this happened at such a young age because it really, like, it was very transformative for me. Like, it was good and bad. Like, I don't look bad on it, like, crazy. But, so she tells me she's pregnant. Immediately, I say, take another one, right? Like, I don't know. I just wanted to be sure. She's like, I already took 3 and walks off crying. And she showed me it was like positive. And she walks off crying. I run after her and I say, hey, look, I'm gonna be there for you. Like whatever you want to do. Like, you know, my dad wasn't like always there for me. Like my mom when I was a kid, like I want to be there for this. Like just let me know what you want to do. Like I want to work it out. Mm-hmm. And that movie Juno, do you remember Juno? The one where it's Ellen Page, Michael Cera. She gets pregnant at a young age, like a high school drama. It's like a comedy.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was a big deal at that time. I felt like that movie. And so I come home with my 2 best friends and they're like, why are you not like tripping out right now? I was like, I don't know. I just feel like God's got this. Like, I feel like God, you know, I already knew I'm like, either we're going to abort it. So sorry. But like, I was like, either we're going to abort it or if we have it, it's going to go to adoption. Like, there's no way me and her are going to raise this kid. We're kids ourselves and she's doing drugs. Like, you know, I was just, and we're not even together. So I just had those 2.
And she just robbed your house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know. Right now, I'm like, she's a hero because she came and gave me the laptop to help me out from my school. So later on, after that, you know, I see her at school. She's like, yeah, we'll work it out, right? Whatever. Later on, I see her at school. She's high off bars. She popped like 3 Xanax. And I'm just like, this baby is going to be like, you know, come out messed up now. Like, you're doing drugs. I was so mad at her. I will never forget how mad I was. Because I'm like, like, if you are pregnant, like, what are you doing, you know? Right. And so I kind of like shape her up. She said she'll never do drugs again, blah, blah, blah. And then we go out with our friends to the mall all together. And I'm not, after doing the drugs, like, I hate her. But I'm just like putting up with her for the baby. Because I think we're going to have a baby. And that night, she was just mad that I wasn't all lovey-dovey with her. and she was just talking mess, like saying like just mean things, just trying to like put me down in front of everybody. And I just laughed, you know, and she was like, oh, you're laughing? Like, you think this is funny? I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know why you're so mad. She's like, oh, I'm not mad. This is mad. And she swings at me. Yeah, like a full punch.
God.
Yeah.
In the face?
Yeah, in the face. I dated the craziest girl. I'm telling you, I found the craziest. She's crazy to this day. Like, she hits me up. She's wild. Like, yeah, the crazy people stay crazy. It's kind of crazy. Like, like they stay crazy. Like, I'm like, all right. Like,
yeah, most of them do.
Yeah,
Sure.
and so I caught it. She starts pulling my hair. I pull her in closer because I felt like if I got away from her, she'll just keep pulling it. So I bring her in close, and she jumps up and like pulls me down, and like we're falling on concrete. And I'm like, yo, her head's gonna hit. So I put my hand behind her head, catch it, and immediately I lift my hands up. I'm like, I'm not touching her, I'm not hitting her. Like, get her off me. She's pulling my hair. She's pulling my hair. And then finally, like my friends grab her arms, pull us apart. And she starts laughing that like how mad I am because I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with you? She starts laughing. She makes a phone call and just starts crying immediately. Alec just threw me to the ground. Like, oh my God, can you go get me? Like that, like on a switch. And I remember being terrified and just calling my mom and telling my mom finally everything. Because I hadn't told anybody, like my family, that I got this girl pregnant. I was like, Mom, she's pregnant. Mom, like she said, I threw her on the ground. Mom, she's calling people. Like, can you come get me right away? So my mom comes and gets me. And on the way home, I'm getting messages from like random numbers, like you hit the wrong girl, fool. Like we're gonna come find you, like vatos, you know. She's a heavy Mexican, and so she's like, we're gonna come get you, like you hit the wrong girl, blah blah. And I'm like, Mom, what do I say? They're like, don't respond, nothing. And so I tell my mom everything that happens. And later that week, Anissa texted me, and she's like, hey, I did it. And I was like, you did what? She's like, I got rid of it. And I was just like, well, okay, like that's that. I was really sad. I wrote like a poem. I was in a poetry phase at that time. And so to my unborn child, I remember. And yeah, so that was weird. She ended up like getting her GED at 16, like next year, and dropping out, kind of doing her own thing.
So do you think she was really pregnant?
So then I'm 17 working at Jason's Deli. I haven't seen her since I was 15. She dropped out. She
Jason's
left.
Deli?
Huh?
Mason Road, Jason's Deli?
No, Highway 6.
I'm like, that was my spot.
529. Yeah, I love Jason's Deli. It was so good.
Too.
I did the salad bar though. It was tough. And so then
the ice cream.
Yeah, the ice cream.
Yeah,
that's clutch. It's so good. And so I get a random text at work. I haven't seen her in 2 years. Like she dropped out, and I haven't seen her in 2 years. And I get a random text from a random number and says, "Hey, I was never pregnant, and I'm sorry." Yeah, like that. I was never pregnant. This whole time I thought we aborted, like we killed the baby.
You're like sad over something that never happened.
Yeah, I was just like weirded out. I was just like, and then I go home, and so now I'm like, yo, I want to talk to this person about it because I was pissed. I was like, how the hell do you lie about having a whole baby and getting that's crazy. Like I need to confront. So she came over, and it was like in the middle of the day, and we're
Not to toot my own horn, but people often ask me what makeup I use, what kind of skincare routine do I have, or what type of workouts do I do to stay in such great shape and looking so good. But my response is always, I eat really healthy and I take a lot of supplements. Y'all know by now that I'm a huge advocate for self-improvement, and step one to that is to quit being fat and get in shape. I always say that the dad bod needs to be dead. I am a First Form ambassador and a longtime customer, been using First Form since 2017, and I'm going to put you on to what supplements you should be taking, non-negotiable. The First Form collagen with Dermavol will have you aging backwards internally and externally. Other popular brands like Vital Proteins are absolute trash when you look at the science of how these are made. Our collagen has the most diverse amino acid profile and the Dermavol phytonutrient-rich complex as a bonus. Collagen is a protein found in every single joint, tendon, bone, and ligament in the body and is crucial to strengthening and keeping all those tissues healthy. Not only that, but it also helps support our skin health, elasticity, nail strength, hair health, and many other things. And of course, the post-workout stack, First Form's signature. Now, of course, you need to actually work out before you take this if you're trying to get in shape. Don't forget that part. The ignition will rapidly replenish glycogen, which equates to muscle energy. At the same time, Formula 1 protein powder is a rapid assimilation protein, which means it gets into the muscles very quickly and begins repairing them fast. With the post-workout stack, you can recover faster, reduce muscle soreness, and earn nothing short of incredible results. Oh, and the flavors go crazy and everything is made in the USA. Use my commission link in the episode description. Get hotter, get healthier, improve yourself, improve your dating pool.
We're outside talking. I was like, she's like, I'm so sorry about it, apologetic. Like, I wanted to keep you, that's why. Like, I knew you were gonna leave me. Like, you didn't want me no more, so I thought this would keep you around. I was like, you're freaking crazy. Like, but I'm glad I got this insight because I needed to like understand this, Like, I needed to, what were you thinking?
I wonder where she got the positive test.
From her cousin, she told me. Her cousin who was pregnant already. Yeah, her older cousin. And then her older cousin's boyfriend's the one that robbed us. Yeah. So here's how it goes now. So she's there in front in the house with me talking to me about the fake abortion, the fake pregnancy. My brother, big brother, comes home, sees her, curses her out, like tells her get the hell out of here. And I look at him, he's my big brother, I'm not gonna confront him about it, but I was like, after she left, I'm like, yo, why'd you do that? Like, what's wrong? He's like, bro, she's the one that robbed us. Like, mom knows. Like, we all know she's the one that was a part of it, but we never told you because we didn't want to hurt you or like make you more sad about that. Oh. And I was just like, what the what? And it was just to protect me, I guess. But yeah, like apparently like the guy that, when they caught the guy that robbed my house, he had robbed other houses too. And he's like, why did you rob this house? He's like, that bitch Anissa like told me to do it. Like, it was her idea. Like, she told me.
They were probably all like doing drugs together.
Yeah. And so the moral of the story of that relationship was very impactful because it really just made me guarded of who I date. And like, like the prettiest thing ain't the best thing. Cause she was really pretty, don't get me wrong. Like, everyone wanted her. Everyone, I dated her. Everyone's giving me chops. Like, oh, you're the man. Like, she's so pretty. But I'm like, she was crazy. And so that just really like taught me to really vet out the women I date before I date them. Like, vet them out as much as possible. And after her, I had a high school sweetheart. I had some girlfriends in college. Every year in college, I had a different girlfriend. I never dated thinking like, I'm gonna marry this girl. Like, I kind of just, I don't know what it was. I always just thought like, oh, like I'm dating them, like I like them, but like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know who I am yet to be like, I'm gonna marry this person, Yeah. And so I always used that as like a crutch, but then I was hoping like, well, maybe I'll just, this one girl will just be everything for me and we'll just keep it going. But I don't know, I always felt like something was missing. And I don't think it was necessarily them from their side, it was just probably from my side, not knowing what I really wanted yet. But just thinking, oh, I should be in a relationship so I feel less lonely, which is terrible. Like, it's terrible, but I was very young and I think they kind of knew too, kind of like, where I was. I didn't hide that from them. I would tell them like, hey, I don't really know who I am, but like, I know I like you right now. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but like, I like you, you like me. Like, if you want to be with somebody else, I totally get it. But like, if you want to keep this going, we'll keep it going. So, it wasn't until I did cheat on a girl, unfortunately. Senior in college, she had gone through my phone. I left my phone in her car one night when we were out. She went through it. She just found like, that I was messaging this other girl. And she like texted my mom. She's like, hey, I have Alec's phone. Tell him to come get it. And so I went to go get it. And I had no idea she went through it. Like, cause I don't know. I didn't have a lock on my phone either. I was crazy. And so she just went through it.
Of course she went through
it. I know. I didn't think like, exactly. Don't me. And so, seeing.
Especially back then, it was not as like taboo to like go through a phone.
Yeah.
Now it's like you go through a phone, like you're crazy.
You think so?
Back then, yeah, I feel like when we were younger, maybe, I don't know, you're talking like early 20s, I guess, but definitely like in high school and stuff, I feel like, phones didn't lock back then.
Yeah, it wasn't normal to like hide stuff, it's like, what could you really be getting, or, but now it's like.
I think I had a password.
Yeah, but it's crazy because you can get way more worse things now. Like, a guy can get like messages of all kinds now. Back then it was like, you had to like tap in like ABC, the DEF, like you had to like.
It take you 20 minutes to cheat.
It just says like, you said a pig, like it's all low res and stuff. You're like, what the hell is this? I'm looking at, so. I don't know, but seeing her, like, she gives me her phone and she's like, I went through it, and she just broke down and crying. Like, I saw like the weight of my actions, like just hurt this perfect girl. Like, she was actually like, I liked her the most out of all the girls I dated at that time, and I was like, what's wrong with me, like, and I just saw her heart break, and it was really impactful. And I think like at that time I was like, man, I could have Kim Kardashian at that time. If you're not right with yourself, like a guy, like I felt like, I could have Kim Kardashian and still mess up, like cheat, or like some amazing beautiful girl and like still cheat. Like, it was just something I had to like figure out. And so I think it comes with age, like it comes with maturity. All right, but flash forward.
Okay.
Then I found this one girl for 3 years. I dated her. We met on Tinder.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was like, you know, not like a serious thing. Like we were just trying to have fun, you know. And I don't know, I just thought she was a breath of fresh air. She had like no shame. She was very funny, just herself, very out there, you know, like just really comfortable in her own skin.
Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that because as somebody, I wasn't that comfortable in my skin. So like dating a person who's like doesn't care about anything and like just super confident was like really refreshing and really nice. And so, but then I just started to realize after 3 years, she didn't have a lot of ambition. Like she was so comfortable with herself and so happy with herself that she felt like she was complete. And I was like always like, I'm not complete. Like we always gotta get better. Like, you know, I'm
That's
very
like me.
Yeah, very
I'm like
ambitious.
Obsessed with like getting like better.
Yeah,
like
improving.
Self-improvement.
100%.
Yeah.
And so she didn't have that. And eventually I just felt like she wanted to get pregnant. I just felt like she just wanted to be a mom. And that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I don't got the means for that. You know, I'm not balling. I'm not making, I can't, like, you know, I liked a hard worker. You know, my mom is a super hard worker. So it's like growing up, you do kind of want to find a partner who emulates a lot of that. You know, my mom handicapped, 3 kids by herself, master's degree, works hard, never complains about anything.
Yeah.
So like the bar is really high.
Right.
And so I did not cheat on her. I broke up with her one day, just took her out, took her on the best. I did the worst way possible, but it's better than cheating. You know, it's better than how I used to do. That was terrible. We used to just cheat and be like, oh, you found out, all right, we're done. But which is a lot of guys do, surprisingly. It's very immature.
Yeah.
And so I took her on a really great date because I knew it was our last time, and I don't know. I just wanted to end it on like a good memory, I guess. Like I didn't want to. I don't know why I did that. And so, but I just told her I felt.
Do not recommend.
Yeah, don't do that. That was she was like, it was worse. And so I just told her, you know, I was crying, and I told her I'm falling out of love with you, and I don't think like I can do this anymore. And so yeah, like she took it hard, I took it hard, but we broke up. And after that, that's when the Bachelorette comes in.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how old are you at this point?
I was 26.
Okay.
About to turn 27.
Okay.
Time to be a legend. That's why I was 27. Anytime somebody was 27, I'm like, oh, 27, you're gonna be a legend. Like, go for it, you know. And so, 26, I break up with her, and I get a message from one of my close friends back at Baylor. She was, her name was Gabby Tricoli.
You went to Baylor?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, Baylor, BU, Sikkim, yeah. And so I met a lot of friends there, a lot of great people, and one of them was Gabby, and she was a huge fan of The Bachelorette. And she was a great friend of mine. And she's like, hey, Alec, gives me a call out the blue, because, you know, I took down all my posts with my girl, like, I'm single. And she's like, hey, Alec, like, I see you're single now. I just want to let you know, I've always had this dream of getting one of my friends on The Bachelorette. Yeah. I think you'd be great for it. You make content, you're good on camera, like, you're a sweet guy, like, I love you, you know. Like, I already made your whole submission for you. I nominated you. Maybe they hit you up, maybe they don't. I just wanted to do it and let you know. And I was like,
That's nice.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's totally fine.
So you didn't have to go to like one of the open casting calls. I went to a casting call one time.
Oh wow,
that was
really?
Here in Houston. Yeah.
Oh dang.
I never got a call back.
No, I'll just nominate you. Yeah, you're good. You'll be in. Yeah, if you wanted to. But so she nominated me, and I didn't think anything of it. You know, it's just like, all right. And then 2 days later, they called me up. The Bachelorette. Yeah.
They called you on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
What did they say? Hello, this is ABC?
They left me a voicemail because I never answer my phone because
yeah.
I need to know, like, well, if you're calling me for a reason, something important, you're gonna leave a voicemail.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, like, hey, this is blank from The Bachelorette, where we got your nomination. We'd love to conduct an interview with you. And I was like, oh, great. So
have you ever watched it before?
I had seen clips of John Paul Jones.
Oh.
Yeah, and I loved him. Like, I just thought he was the funniest guy in the world.
He's weird.
Yeah, John Paul Jones.
Hi.
Hello. It's so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Hi. So, my name is John Paul Jones. My friends call me John Paul Jones.
Okay.
So you can call me John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones. That's it. Yeah. Well,
So
it's
I'll
nice
see
to
you
meet
inside.
John
Yeah.
Paul Jones.
He's like, John Paul Jones. My friends call me John Paul Jones, so you can call me John Paul Jones. I was like, all right, like that's all I
There's
need
always
to
like
see.
that one guy. That's
Yeah, like
just
the bro or something. And so, yeah, I just like, that's literally all I saw of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just saw like some meltdowns of like on The Bachelor and stuff like that. Like when he messes up the rose and like he's like, oh, I meant to give it to that girl. Like he has the like the bloopers and stuff kind of.
Okay, bloopers.
Yeah. And so, no, but I had not seen the show. And I didn't even watch the show in preparation for me going on. Like I was just.
I've actually heard that a lot of people, a lot of the cast have never seen it before.
Yeah. Because it's weird. Like, I mean, there were some guys that were there that were like, I'm in love with Rachel. Like they already knew everything about them because they had watched the season before.
Right.
And I'm just more like, no, I'm not gonna. That's not my route. Like I'm not gonna act like I know this person just because I seen them on camera and stuff. Like I'm gonna get to know them in person. You know.
Right.
Like,
and you were on like a very like strange season because there was 2 girls.
Yeah, it was terrible. Don't give men options. If men will do whatever they're allowed, whatever they feel like you get away with. So
What do you mean by that?
like so this is a good thing. I think if you were saying like there's a question I think is like what should single women do, or like if a girl's talking to a guy, guys will do whatever they get away with. If he has his phone with you like on do not disturb or like has his phone down and you don't say anything about it, he's gonna keep doing that. Always. Like it ain't gonna change unless like he just has like a revelation like, oh, I shouldn't hide my stuff from my girl. Like, you know, like if you call him out,
not gonna happen.
yeah, like it's just not gonna happen because they're just gonna do what they're allowed to get away with. Like if he says, hey, every Saturday night I'm going out with the boys, and you allow that, he's gonna keep doing that. Like why would he give that up? Like, you know? And so I think that's the thing. Like with us, we had 2 options. So we knew we could play, like if Gabby didn't like us, we got Rachel. You know, like
so they're kind of playing into both girls.
Exactly.
Because I know there was a point where you had to choose one or the other.
Yeah.
There was a couple of, I guess, I don't know how long it was, but there was a little bit of time before you had to make that choice.
I think like halfway. Like once they got through half the guys, then it was like, okay, you got to pick because it was starting to get apparent like that. And so I think that was like a huge, that made us less stressed, less stressed. Yeah. I think if it was one girl, we would be more competitive. But because we were just like, oh, like there's 2 of them, 50-50 shot, like one of them's gonna like me or like, that's how the guys were thinking. I'm not saying like personally, that's how I was thinking. I had more of a romantic interest in one of them over the other. I just thought like, well, for me to know who I really wanted to the max, I need a one-on-one date with both. I need to spend a one-on-one date with each of them to know like who I get along with more, because maybe I get along with this one, but it's like a friend vibe. Maybe I get along with this one romantic.
Did you get to do a one-on-one with?
I didn't get to do a one-on-one with any of them. No.
You did a group date.
Yeah, I did a few group dates.
Okay.
It was really fun. Those episodes are long. They're a lot to shoot. It's crazy, but I can tell you like the entrance, the first night was insane. Like just seeing the talent, like because I always thought, oh, I'm a good-looking guy. Like I'm proud of myself. I like how I talk. Like I feel like I'm good at a lot of things. And then I see like there's 29 other guys just like me. They're like handsome too and like
charismatic.
Had the charisma and just good jobs, like high-paying. I was just starting out in my company and like I wasn't, doing as well as I am now. So I felt kind of insecure because I'm like, man, these guys are bankers. Like, he's a lawyer, I'm pretty sure. Like, these guys are like nice suits. Like, shoot.
So it was like a little humbling, maybe.
It was super humbling, and I loved it. Because like, I mean, if you go out to the some bars out here, I'm competing with like.
Yeah.
You're
competing with the bottom of the barrel.
It feels like it. Like so here it was like okay, but I felt very proud too. That I'm like with these group of guys like that. I felt proud as well.
That you were like chosen.
Yeah, and then I was like, well, they all look good in suits, but I'm like, I got a body though, I got a 6-pack, I got muscles, I felt that was in my bag, right? Yeah. The next day we do like the underwear talent show episode, and so we all had a strip, and then I see all the guys have good bodies too. I'm like, oh, man, I got nothing. All right, yeah, okay, this is a personality, like this is a personality thing. Yeah. And so, like it's nerve-wracking though, like.
So which one did you like?
Okay, so we might have to cut part of this because.
Well, I know that you said you turned one down, right? That was on camera, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about that.
But I'll tell you the real thing after.
Okay.
Okay, because that's bullshit. Yeah, so I chose Gabby over Rachel. I turned down like Rachel's rose for Gabby in the show.
Because they had a rose ceremony where I remember this because it was so cringe.
Yeah, it was really
because like the girls had to take turns kind of and like offer the rose to the guy that she wanted, and then he could say like no thank you, which meant he was obviously waiting for the other one to offer a rose.
Yeah.
And I think
Rachel had like 3 guys reject her.
Yeah, I was going to say Rachel got turned because she was more the crybaby. She got turned down more often, I think.
Yeah, she got turned down. I think she was the only one that got turned down, and it was like 3 times.
Yeah, which is funny because now Gabby's is a lesbian.
Yeah, we had no chance. Yeah, it was rigged. It was rigged from the start. That's what we all.
Although,
the guy
I don't
group
know.
chat.
I have theories on that too. I think
They just try to stay relevant.
I think some girls, they get so burned by men, and especially on TV, it's like so humiliating that they're just like, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, she did good with Eric. She did win.
Yeah.
I mean, she found Eric and her were doing strong. Like, they did Dancing with the Stars. He was there. Yeah, Eric's a good guy. They're all really good guys. What I don't understand are the guys who go on there and just say the stupidest shit. And I'm just like, what in your right mind makes you think that that's the play? Like, that's the good idea. Like, this is going to make me come off really good. Like, Hayden calls the girls bitches. He's like, yeah, these bitches.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was so in shock. And I'm like, bro, like, you run your own business. Like, you're trying to make, like,
there's been some crazy things said on that show, for sure. Do you remember there was one with, it would have been before that season, but it was Hannah Brown? Hannah Brown, yeah. And one of the guys, she's like super Christian, and so this one guy like played into that, I think, and he was super Christian, but he took it way too far and started like
Luke, I think it's Luke.
Yes,
yeah,
Luke.
He's crazy.
He was like talking to her about her not being a virgin.
Yeah.
And like about
judging her.
the upcoming like overnights and like trying to tell her what to do, and it got crazy.
But can
he
we
like wouldn't leave, and
can we have Matt though, like was it the Sweetheart Suite, or was that Paradise Nights, or when
the overnight dates.
Yeah. It's kind of insane.
The fantasy suite.
Fantasy suite.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy. Like it's like, hey, I'm gonna hook up with 3 guys, but I'm gonna pick which. After I'm done hooking up with all 3 of y'all, I'm gonna see who's the best in bed. Then I'm gonna choose up. Like, that's low key. Like, cause there's one, I think in my season, one of them, they had an overnight. Like, they were doing great, and then they had an overnight date, and then she just felt so different about him all of a sudden. And I'm like, yo, something went down in that bedroom.
One of the guys.
Yeah, I don't want to say. Yeah, I was like, something went down in that room that is like something is just maybe wasn't working. I don't know. Maybe there's not physical chemistry there. Who knows? Because they don't show why. They don't tell you why. Yeah. But I think that's crazy.
ABC did kind of pull back on what they filmed of those nights, because like it got to a point. I think it was after Caitlin Bristow's season that they had to like reel it in, because they were like airing footage, like sound footage, that without the camera footage, like after the doors were closed.
Wow.
And Caitlin Bristow, one of my like faves, she got like super online bullied because they aired footage of her like hooking up with guys. And it was too crazy.
That is crazy.
It's still a little bit crazy, but it used to be way worse.
3 nights in a row, I'm hooking up with 3 different girls, and then like I pick which, like, if that was real life, you'd be like, that's disgusting.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
And so it's real.
What's something that you can tell us that we don't know about the show? Or maybe that's like,
I think a lot of the chemistry. I'll say a hot take.
okay.
I think it's childish. Like, I think like anyone could fall in love when you're having a good date. Like, like whenever they're going in, it's like, oh, look how beautiful where this is. Oh, this is like, oh, the connection between, I just feel this connection. Oh, it's like, you know, make them build something together. Make them do like an IKEA shelf together and like do something stressful together to really get to know each other. You know, I feel like it's like, you know, you're in this grand, beautiful, romantic place, and you got this amazing food, and you know, you're dressed up to the nines, and you got a camera recording.
Right.
Like,
it's being serenaded.
Yeah. It's like, how do you blow that? Like, you have to do something really stupid. I just think, like, I feel like in that show, a lot of the chemistry is never captured. I feel like it's always just the romantic, like, you know, dimly lights, you know, and I feel like they never really cut deep enough for me personally. Like, I really like it's like I
just as far as what we see, or just in general, it's not that deep.
In general, it's not that deep because you don't have a lot of time. Like, unless you're on a one-on-one date, then you have time to get deep. But even then, like, what they show, I feel like is not.
It's probably still. I mean, it's obviously not real.
It's more on the surface. It feels like more on the surface. You know, like, they just talk about where they're at. Like, I think it would just be more interesting to get like a little bit more real, because that is an important part of a relationship. You know, I mean, how many dates? You know, you go on a first date with anybody and maybe have a good time, you know? But like, it's really when there's conflict or when there's something that we don't agree on, and how do we work that out? You know,
Right.
that's like
You start to see the real person.
yeah, and that's what could bring y'all together more or separate y'all more. I think it kind of comes down to also like the nice guy act, right? Like
What does that mean?
like there's a guy who could be super nice to you all the time, like on the date, but like you're just still feeling like there's something missing, you know? Like
Oh, yeah.
oh like but then you don't want to put him down because he hasn't done technically anything wrong. But there's no chemistry. Like you need some push and pull to make a relationship really kind of come alive, I guess, you know? Like some kind of playfulness to it. Like you can't just be like he's like adoring you the whole time and like that's it. That's boring, you know? Same thing with like a girl. When I met people like after the Bachelorette, or no, not even before the Bachelorette, when I was kind of going, sorry, my weird face, TikTok viral, low key, like I met like a girl that was like a fan from TikTok, and it was just the weirdest thing ever because she was just like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here right now, like, you know, I'm like so starstruck. I'm like,
Really?
I'm not. Yeah,
She was like one of your followers.
Yeah, she was a follower in Houston, and I was just like, it just made me feel so weird. Yeah, it made me feel weird. I was like, no, like I don't want a girl that's just already like all about me without even knowing me and same with. So I think that's a huge shout out to nice guys. Like, be yourself.
And you're in a relationship now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a different one from the one you were talking about before Bachelorette?
Yeah, oh for sure.
Okay.
I did date one girl in between these two that like helped me with like she's the one reason why I kind of became a little bit more social media person, and she was a very strong personality, a little too strong, wanted to be like the boss and stuff, and I was just like, I'm not your assistant. Like if you're the boss, then what's that? You know, you can't. There's a room for 2 bosses.
Yeah.
She was like, no. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be your assistant.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I gotta go. Yeah, and so, but she put me on like. She put me on like the worst things actually. Like I was very like I posted my family a lot. Like I knew like I was like finding myself, but I knew like, you know, I was a good person still. Like yeah, I messed up like in the love department, or like, you know, I hurt that one girl and I felt really bad about it, but I felt bad about it. Like, you know, some guys cheat and they're like, all right, I don't care, I'm not gonna change. Like that's her fault, you know? Like I was like, no, it was my fault. I felt really bad. But she was like, yo, all those Instagram posts of your family, delete that shit. Nobody cares. I was just I was shocked because, you know, women are like the home. Women are the heart of the family, you know? So she's telling me like the opposite, like delete all that. But I should have known better. She was an OnlyFans model. Like I was like, what am I doing? But I was caught in the hype of like, oh, look how beautiful. Oh, she's got money. Like, oh, she's all these things. Like all my friends were like, dude, you're so lucky. Like I hate you, you know? But she was terrible. Yeah. She had like a really black heart. Like and it kind of brought me back to that first girl, you know, who was really pretty, but just messed up. And
Seems like you have a little bit of a pattern.
Yeah. Good girl, bad girl, good girl, bad girl. Yeah. So, but no, this the one I'm with now, off and on. She's been great. She's helped me see myself in a lot of ways that I've never have, and she's not afraid to speak her mind. And she calls me out on my, and that was really hard to deal with the first like year because I'm just like. You know, men, we naturally, I guess all people, but like all people have a natural defense of like, well, who are you to tell me anything? Like let's look at you first, you know?
Yeah.
And so I would put it, yeah, like men, yeah. Like if a woman tries to tell us anything, we're like, who are you to like, oh, like you haven't, you know, like we kind of come at your insecurities and stuff, like, because we feel like attacked. And so I had to really work on that kind of stuff and like understand
how did you like work on it? Like what? I'm very curious.
I wouldn't listen to my guys. I wouldn't listen to friends. You know, I wouldn't listen to anybody that's not in a healthy relationship. You cannot take advice from anybody.
Dude, at this point, that's actually a very recent realization that I've had.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of friends. I'm sure you do too. Like if you're an extroverted, like fun person, you're gonna have a lot of friends. Mm-hmm. Very few of those people should you take advice from.
Oh yeah, no, very good.
And if you didn't ask for the advice, you probably shouldn't take it.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy because I look back and I'm just like, man, and I used to ask for advice too much too from people that I shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. Like, because if somebody doesn't have what you want, or if they're not living a life that you wouldn't want to live,
yeah, don't look up to them. Or
don't ask them for anything.
Yeah.
They're gonna get you off course.
100%.
Yeah.
And if they're telling you things, like if they're giving you feedback on things that you haven't asked for, like they're just giving you unsolicited advice, that's criticism.
Yeah.
That's them criticizing you in a way.
Right.
Like low key. My dad taught me that and I was like, that's kind of true. Like someone's just like kind of just talking mess, low key. Yeah. So yeah, you just gotta, so guys like, yeah, don't listen. I had to not listen to the guys because, you know, machismo, alpha, bro, like what? Why are you letting that girl run you? You know, I'm like, nah, she's not running me, bro. She's literally just making valid points. Like my guys would think if she's trying to change me for the better, that's her running me. And it's like, no, just same way I'm trying to change her for the
relationship.
Yeah, it's called a relationship, bro. Like maybe you're the one that's not trying to make me better, you know? Yeah. And so, yeah, you gotta let go of that. You have to really try to take emotion. It's so funny because they say like women are more emotional than men, but like if when a woman confronts her man about anything, he's super emotional. He ain't logical no more. Like, oh, let's get to the root of this, honey. No, he's like, you know, back against the wall. Like, why are you coming at me? You know, I'm just trying to. And so I had to.
Men have a very big ego.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It all comes down to the ego. And so you, I mean, I had that too, where I hated the saying "happy wife, happy life." Like, I used to hate that saying. I'm like, why? Like, why can't we both be happy? Like, you know, like the ego wasn't allowing me to be like, oh, I'm not gonna let my wife run me. But it's like, it's really not about running. It's just, it's about like a balance and a guide, you know? Like, I do think a good woman does make a man stronger and better in all aspects, you know? And the man should be likewise, you know? I mean, there's a lot of things that we can help each other out with on both ends. Yeah. And I think just listening is the most important thing. Yeah. That's the one thing I told my girl recently. I'm like, the only time I ever get mad at you when you really look at it, because I trust her 100%. Like, I never think my partner's cheating on me. Mm-hmm. I think that's really important too, to feel that. I'll get into that why, but like with her, like I trust her 100%. The only thing I'll ever get mad at, I tell her is when you don't listen. Yeah. Like if I know, like if I'm telling you something, like I hear you, like you hear me saying it, but like you still don't listen. Before I would take it kind of too personal and get mad at her and make it a bigger fight. Like, why don't you listen to me? Like I said, Lev. Like no.
I see.
Yeah.
More like let it get to you.
Yeah, but no. If a girl's going to the club every weekend, so this is a great like kind of segue into like how we vet girls or how I vet girls. Like I can meet a girl in person and like I'll get her Instagram or whatever, you know, and I will not hit her up for a while. I have no urgency when I meet a girl like to date them or like to pull a trigger. I really want to see what they post. I want to see, you know, what do they value? Because you can tell a lot about somebody by how they post. Yeah. If I think she's a sweet girl in person, but then I go on her story and every weekend she's doing shots and going out and dressing skimpy, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm like, she's not tired of that yet. Like if I'm tired of that, then like I don't want that. But if I'm still in that scene too, then maybe I would be like, okay, like we go to the club together, you know. But if I'm looking for like a serious relationship, I'm probably not in that scene, and I'm probably like chilling because I've seen some crazy stuff in the clubs. And,
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. And so I think I'll vet them. And so like I never really would date a girl who's at the club every weekend. Like if I have to tell them like, hey, don't go to the club, that makes me feel like I'm controlling your life and your trajectory. I don't want that. Like, I don't want you to listen to me in that form.
For sure. Like, you should kind of already be on that.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be like, yo, you seem like a fun, you know, I'll go out. Like, if you hit me up to meet you at the club, like, I'll meet you at the club. I'm not gonna take you on a date, you know, like, go do all, you know what I'm saying? Because I know there's another, because believe me, there's another guy who's at that club who she's gonna see and he's gonna take her home that night probably. Or like, he's gonna get it like that easy, you know? So why am I gonna be over here like taking you out on a nice fancy date when you're just gonna go out this weekend, tomorrow night you're gonna go out with your girls again and go do the same thing. Yeah.
That's key information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always tell girls.
I'm the first one to say that either. Like I think guys really pay attention to what girls post, at least nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. It's important because it could get like redundant.
For sure.
And same thing. I mean, like I was posting hella thirst traps back in the day, and so I always thought, kind of back where I was like, I never thought my girl's cheating on me. Like I always was under this thing like, if you could find somebody better, go. Like if you could find somebody better than me, like then go, because obviously then God put that in your life for a reason, like for you to find someone better than me. But if you like, you know, but that's always helped me out. It was kind of like an ego protection too, because it was also like, maybe does she know anybody better than me? You know, like I was kind of wanting to see. But like I always didn't understand like girls that would just assume I'm cheating on them right away, or like assume like just be really insecure. And I'm curious about what what you think about this. Is it a man's job to make a woman feel secure, or like say a girl before they're just in the talking stage and the girl's already checking his following, like they're in the talking stage, not even like fully together, you know, and she sees like he followed a girl, or like he's following somebody, like. You know, where does that come from? Is that just protection? Do you look at it as like, oh, that's just a smart girl doing her homework? Or is that like insecurity?
Yeah, well, I think there's
What's the level?
There's levels to it for sure. I think part of it is vetting, like what you just said. So like, I think it's actually very important that if you meet a guy, you follow each other, that you go at least look at who he's following.
Currently.
It's a little bit different who's following them. Like, especially if you have a larger following or you have a business or a podcast, like, that's the Wild West, who's following them.
Yeah.
But who they're following, if it's just like a bunch of hoes, a bunch of girls, delete.
Oh, yeah. OnlyFans models. Yeah. That's crazy to me.
Like,
it's crazy.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
I think you could take it a level further and see, like, who's commenting recently or, like, liking things over and over again. And that would, I don't think there's anything to act on if you're just in a talking stage, but, like, maybe mental note, okay, that, like, maybe there's someone else in the picture too.
Kind of keep, like, your eyes open.
Yeah, just be aware.
Yeah.
But to answer your first question, it's not a man's job to make her feel secure. It's not anybody's job to make anybody else feel secure. You need to be secure in who you are. And if you're constantly paranoid and can't trust people, that's a you problem.
Yeah, you
that's
need
a
inner
reflection
work.
on you. But it is a man's job to make a woman feel emotionally safe.
Yes.
So if you're chaotic, if you're inconsistent, you take 5 hours to text back, you take her on a date, she doesn't hear from you for 3 days, that's going to make her start to feel insecure because you're not creating, like, a safe environment. So it goes both ways.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of middle ground.
Yeah, but, like, a girl who's just inherently insecure, the guy's not going to be able to win.
Yeah.
He's going to feel like no matter what I do, no matter how many times I reassure you, like, it's not enough. But that's a conversation too. I have been called out on that before when I was like, you know, we're always a work in progress.
Absolutely.
But when I kind of got over that hurdle and like there was a guy I was dating that helped me realize I had no idea I was doing it, but like constantly saying little things or asking little questions, looking for reassurance that he liked me. And eventually he was like, hey, like, I keep telling you that I like you. I'm not going to ghost you. I'm going to continue to see you until I tell you that I'm not.
Yeah.
So, you know, what's wrong? Like, why is that not enough?
Yeah.
And it kind of like made me realize, like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was doing that. And it had nothing to do with him. It was like a me issue. Yeah.
That's really good. I think, like, if to put it in reverse is like, you know, if it's like a guy looking at his girls following and being like, you can't follow this guy. Why are you following these people? Like, it just, I don't know. I always feel like it's a little bit weirder. Like, if a guy's doing that. And I would also say if I think my girlfriend's always cheating on me, like if I think like, hey, I'm like, where were you? I always think you're cheating on me. Like if I'm already condemning her for something that's not even real, just in my mind, like they're gonna cheat. You know, like eventually, like, or at least like you attract what you think about, or what law of attraction.
You manifest it.
Yeah, like when a girl's like thinking I'm cheating, if a girl thinks I'm cheating on them and I'm not, it's the most infuriating thing in the world. Because it's like there's no evidence to think I'm cheating, and it's like we're barely dating. Like we like it's really early to start having these concerns. Like that shows me there's some red flags, like that she has maybe trust issues. Yeah. And so my thing is like I can give you all the reassurance in the world, but like that's not gonna change what you're feeling, you know, like. And so I think that's why I've always gone the other route of just like I never think a girl's gonna cheat on me. Like if a girl cheats on me, like then. Like, cool, like, I'm gonna be fine.
You're like my ignorance is bliss.
I'm always like that. I love movies, you know? I love the fairy tale. I don't need to know happily ever after. I believe it, you know? Like, cool. Like, you know, they never fought a day in their life.
Hey, it's a less stressful life. Why do men lie about who they are?
Ego. Ego and the fantasy.
What's the fantasy?
You tell me. Whatever the fantasy is up to the girl. Whatever the girl's fantasy is of what she imagines this guy is, he's gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm that. You know, like girls are crazy with that. Like guys, we don't fantasize.
Wow.
We kind of put you on a pedestal, but we don't fantasize like your whole backstory. You know, maybe we fantasize like, oh, she's probably a good girl. Like we'll fantasize if you're a good girl or not, right? Like, oh, like she's probably a good girl. Like, you know, yeah, she's never been with nobody else. You know, like that's a fantasy. Like that's literally how we fantasize. Like she's untapped, or like, you know, obviously you've been with somebody, but like she's not around for everybody. Yeah. But girls, men can never live up to the fantasy you have of them in your head. You could be out and you'll see like a handsome 6'3" guy, and immediately before he's even opened his mouth, you'll have a fantasy of who he could be.
How do you know know that we do that?
Because y'all read those books, you know? I dated enough women. I love women. Like, with all these questions, when you ask me, like, how do men think? I'm like, I don't really know. I know how women think, but not how men think, you know? Like,
because y'all don't think that hard about yourselves.
I'm more curious. Yeah, I think, well, I've always just thought I've always liked the way y'all think, because y'all are pioneers of, like, new thoughts. Like, y'all are really interesting. Y'all set trends more than men set trends. You guys are the ones who can decide what's in, what's not. You guys can decide if a guy's attractive or not. Yeah. You could take an ugly looking dude, and just because 2 of you girls like him, now 2 other girls are gonna like him.
I literally just thought about the Kardashians making like the skinny.
Oh
like,
yeah, Pete Davidson. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet. It's crazy. The women have the power. Like you can.
That's a good point.
And so I think, yeah, like I'll give you an example. When I came back from the Bachelorette, I was at a bar in Houston, and I saw a girl from high school that I just remembered, and I just said, and she was talking to a guy at the bar, and I just said, hey, like, I was like, Mom, I thought it was her, so I wanted to check. I was like, hey, like, and she turns around, she sees me, and she's like, oh my God, completely blows that guy off. Like, hey, Alec, like, what are you doing here? I thought you were in LA. Like, shouldn't you be in LA? Like, living La Vida Loca. I saw you were on the show. Like, you know, like, what are you doing here in Houston? Like, oh, you're just visiting, right? Like that. Like, so she's already got this imaginary fantasy that I'm some baller living in LA, like high rise, you know? And like, I could easily play into that if I wanted to and be like, yeah, you know, I'm just visiting, you know?
Okay, but so why would a guy play into that?
To get what they want, to get what they want, always.
And does that just mean to have sex with them, or like how far would a guy take that? Because to me, I think that has to be just, you just want to hook up with them.
Yeah.
Because you can't create this fantasy, like you can't, how long can you keep that going, right?
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, this is going to sound bad, but this is really what you want to know. And it's the unfortunate truth of it all. It's the ugly truth. It's the same way, there's a lot of ugly truths with girls and guys, with the other way, you know, like if a guy's not, you know, decent in that department, you know, a girl could cut it off, and he'll never know why. He'll never know, oh, it was because of my, you know, thingy, you know. So like that's the ugly truth.
Yes.
So here's another ugly truth. If we see that you are easily influenced that much, like that you're if we see that we can influence you that easily and you could fall for the fantasy, we already are done with you. We're already like, okay, we already got you. Like, we hunted you. Like a lion and a gazelle. Like, oh, you're easy prey. Like, they want the gazelle that's not that dumb. Like, they want the gazelle that runs, that's outsmarting them. If a girl, like, already has this fantasy about me, that kind of, like, shows a lack of... I mean, maybe it's just me thinking, but I feel like most guys would be like, that's a lack of maturity, or like a lack of like really wanting to get to know them for them, you know? Because guys are flawed, man. We're not perfect, you know? We can't.
We know that.
Yeah, but do y'all? Because sometimes girls can get so excited and be in love with the guy before he's even really like shown her his true colors, you know? Yeah. And I always say, don't ever fall for a guy until he's done something for you that you know he's not doing for any other girl. And I say the same thing to my homies. I say, don't fall in love with a girl until you know she's done something for you that she could not be doing for any other guy. A guy could take you out on a nice date, spend $300, but he could do that same shit the next day with a different girl.
What's an example of like?
So an example of like, from my point, like something I've done actually was like the New York girl, my girl right now. You know, she was talking a big game in the beginning. You know, talking a big game. Yeah, I'll come fly to you. I'll come see you. You know, of coming to me, right? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I was like on some Drake stuff, like, yeah, fly the girl out, you know, whatever, you know? And so, but then like, I was like, man, if she flies to me and then we just like hook up or something, like that could be like the end of it, you know? Like that could be like, maybe like that could make me like almost like, oh, I got it, I'm done, right? I don't know, like it could. I'm not saying it would, but I thought, and I was like, well, what if I go see her? Like show her I'm serious about her, because I'm not gonna fly out just for any girl. I'm not flying out just for a hookup, you know, like that's crazy. I could do that in Houston, you know. I'm flying out because I've put in the work, and also her parents felt weird about her coming to come see me, right? Like she's very close with her family, and she's like, you know, good morals. That kind of showed me like, oh, she's like, that's good. Like I'm glad that you're not just flying out to go see any guy. Like that shows me that she's not around, she's not experienced, like she still lives in like, I think there's 2 worlds too, we'll get into that, but so I talked to the mom, I talked to her mom, I said, so you're saying, hi mom, hi suegra, which means mother-in-law in Spanish. I was like, so you're saying if I go see you guys and meet you and, you know, everything works out well with us, you like me, you know, you see I'm a good guy, that you'll let her come see me? And she's like, yes. I said, all right, I'll see you next week. I already got the ticket. So I already take it. So I go and see her, and I fly out to her.
If you remember, how long had you been talking up until the first time you flew out?
I met her before the Bachelorette. I was talking to her. I think I was talking to her for like 2.5 months.
And then you did Bachelorette, and then you were talking to her again.
No, so I was talking to her, and then I found out I was going to be on the Bachelorette, so I cut things off.
Okay.
Because I wanted to go on the Bachelorette like fresh. I didn't want no baggage, and so
I think that's normal.
Yeah, and I told her, and we were long distance, so it wasn't really. We hadn't met each other yet, so it was like whatever. And
so then you met after the Bachelorette.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
because she found me on Instagram, and she shot her shot. Women shoot your shot too. I think I've noticed that a lot of successful couples, the woman showed interest first in the man.
Yeah.
Because the good guys.
That was my episode last week. Is should you always shoot your shot?
Yeah.
One of my friends said every serious relationship she had been in, she's married now. She said it was because she shot first.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Because good guys are not thinking that they can get you. The good ones are like the good ones, like the bad guys are the ones who are like, oh, it's a numbers game. I'm just gonna holler and holler and holler, right? Like, but like the good guys are like slow players. Like we're like not slow play, like we slow play things.
Right.
Like we're not like, oh, like I gotta be on her, you know. Like we don't have that. We're more like, oh, like you know, I'm just working on myself, focused on me. Oh, whoa, this pretty girl just came out of nowhere, like you know, like that. They're not on the hunt, you know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but she ended up, what I really liked what she said about the Bachelorette, she's like, hey, go on the show. If you find love, you find love. If you don't, I'll be here waiting. And I was like, damn, that's real. Like, I respect that, you know? So she kind of helped me navigate that craziness. Because I felt like, man, I'm going to go on the show. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, you know, like I said, I've had girls that liked me just because I was on the show. Like, it was crazy. Like, and so this was a person that knew me before, and I felt more comfortable because of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I flew out and saw her, and I mean, another girl like the OnlyFans, like the model chick, I would never date that girl in my life, right? Like that's on the wall. Like why would I date a girl like that?
Yeah.
But she was flying to come see me from Dallas, and she was driving to come see. She would drive down just to come hang out with me and pay for the Airbnb.
So it's with your current girl.
Yeah.
If she had flown out to see you first, would that have turned you off? Even if y'all didn't, whether you did or didn't hook up?
No, I think that would have been fine. I think with her coming to come see me, that was like actually the original plan.
Yeah.
But if she came to see me, if everything went well, like the way it did in New York, yeah, I think it would have been the same outcome. Like we would have stayed together. I think, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think the girl should fly out to the man because it's just you don't know if he's flying out another girl tomorrow, like next week. We don't know how much money he has, right? Like you would think, nah, like some men do not care. They will pay for that. They will do it, like because they're living the fantasy too. Sometimes it strokes the ego. Like look at me, I'm flying this girl out, I'm flying that girl out.
The guy that I was telling you about before we started, which I've talked about this multiple times, but the guy who ghosted me before the podcast started, he flew out twice to see me. One of the times was technically like to see his family and also me the first time. But like we went on a few dates, like everything was great. He flew again. He flew out, he was here for like a week, went back to Colorado, and then everything went so well that I invited him. I was like, well, you know, I think it was in like a week and a half. I had this wedding that I'm going to. He knew the person who was getting married. And I was like, you know, if you want to come back, like I would love to take you as a +1. Immediately said yes, booked the ticket. So that was my face. I was like, okay, he's serious. And plus, like we hung out almost every day that week that he was here. So it was like dating like turbo speed. Yeah. Because when it's long distance, when you're together, you know, you like pack in as much quality time as you can. Yeah. But then after that second time, shortly after that was when he ghosted. And that was when like the truth started to come out that like it was all fake. So I think today. Yeah. So that's kind of where the question comes from is like, why do men lie about who they are? Because I'm like, that was 4 months of all that effort just for like some booty? I don't know. That's crazy to me. But I mean, maybe that's the ugly truth, as you said.
Well, some men are traumatized. Some men are weird. Some men don't have the sauce. Like, don't have sauce at all. And I cannot explain sauce. But like, you know, there's a coolness factor, right? And so some men have to fake that. Like, they have to lie to feel cool. Like, they naturally don't.
Like, what are some signs that they're lying? or being fake.
That's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing to, you know, I feel like the more reserved ones, no, because because it's crazy because you think, okay, they're reserved, they could be lying because they're holding stuff back, right? They're not telling you that, like, they're not giving you their full, like, range of what they're thinking, right?
Okay.
But then you have the other guys who do talk a lot and do give you their full range of things, so you think you know them. Oh, I know him, like, but really he's giving you, like, what he wants to paint.
Like manipulation.
Yeah, like that's even more dangerous.
Right.
Because that guy, like, because you feel like, oh, he's so open with me, he's telling me everything, but really he's telling you, like, his version of it, right? While this guy is just more like manly quiet, and you're just like, what is he thinking?
Ooh,
like,
yeah, you're right. They're both kind of scary.
Yeah, so there's really no way to tell. Like I said, the only way you could just be like, he has to be doing something for you that you know he's not doing, and even then you're not safe. That's the thing with love and dating. You can never be 100% safe. Just like when you're working for somebody, like, they could fire you at any point. Like, you're never really fully safe, but you just have to, like, trust the vibe and trust that connection. I mean, it's a gamble always.
Sure.
I mean, even in my relationship right now, like, I don't know, like, she could leave me and, you know, cheat on me or do something, but, like, I think I'm okay with that. Like, if it does happen, I'm not gonna be devastated. I'm gonna be pissed off, sad probably, but, like, in my heart of hearts, I'm just like, I think God, like, it's just like, it's not for me then. Like, God, like, who do you want me to find? But I don't obsess about it, you know?
Right.
And I think that's what I mean by, like, sauce. Like, some people, like, when, you know, with money, I used to always be so broke and so cheap and, like, try to save money, save save it, thinking about money all the time. And then once I stopped thinking about money, more money came, you know? So it's like, kind of like when you're thinking about that one thing you really want, but you're not getting, like, low key, you just gotta kind of stop thinking about it. But also, like, keep working on yourself and just know that if you're doing good and you're improving, like, good things are gonna come along. You know, if you work hard, more opportunities show. You know, the harder you work, the more lucky you get. So the more you work on yourself, the more chances you're gonna get lucky by finding somebody that's right for you.
Right.
And church is big too.
Yes.
You find some great guys at church. You can find some great people.
Ooh, I don't know, dude.
You know?
I mean,
I don't know either.
Church is great. I think you probably have better odds at church.
Yeah.
But it's also like a sneaky place because there's also a lot of guys who, like, wear that hat of being a church guy. This guy that I was just talking about was in the band at his church.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it can be sort of like a mask to, like, seem more trustworthy.
100%.
Whether that's intentional or not. And I don't know, maybe that's just my experience because I think I'm very open about that I'm a very, very godly person, like really spiritual. So that might be something that the bad guys, like, latch onto and then they, like, act godly and churchy just because they know that I'm that way.
Yeah, they sell you the fantasy.
Yeah.
They're just selling you the fantasy. We're going to say whatever you guys want to hear.
Yeah.
That's what, you know, like, the less you give us, the harder it is for us to, like, bullshit.
Right.
If you, like, you know, like, oh, I love, like, you know, working out, he's gonna be like, yeah, I work out every day. You know, like, that is, and you'll believe it. Like, he'll be, like, fat, and you'll be like, I believe it, you know?
Yeah.
But I think what's so funny, I mean, another thing that, like, could be traumatic about that, like, that situation with, like, is, like, you know, especially when girls are dating a bad boy, like, you know, bad boy, they could tell, like, oh, man, he might be a handful, like, oh, I don't know if I trust this guy, but, like, you know what you're getting yourself into, kind of.
Right.
So the expectations are kind of there. Like, if he hurts you, it doesn't hurt as bad. Or, like, you don't really have questions. You don't really question it. Like, you don't, because you kind of already had that. Yeah. But it's the guy that you're like, oh, I'll give him a chance now. Like, oh, you know, he's been liking me forever. I'll date him. Or, like, when you're dating kind of, like, below what your, like, highest level is, when you're kind of giving somebody a chance and they screw you over or they cheat on you or they, like, ghost you, it hurts way more. Like, you're like, you're pissed off about it. You're like, the audacity.
It's like, you did that to me?
It can mess with you more almost, you know? Yeah. So that's just, like, a funny thing. Like,
yeah. I like what you're emphasizing, though, about, like, basically that this is good advice for women. Like, not to be easily impressed.
Yeah.
Like, even if we're going to naturally have those fantasies no matter what. Like, as much as I wish sometimes I could turn it off because it gets you, like, spiraling. I think you just have to learn how to, like, control your behavior. Like, let the fantasy play in your head, but, like, also acknowledge that, like, this is not real.
Yeah.
And then, like, what you're saying, for him to, like, wait for him to do things that are kind of over the top or like things he wouldn't be doing for other people.
Yeah.
I don't think that has to be like spending money necessarily.
No, just be there.
But,
Being there for something. Just because he's nice to you, who cares?
Right.
Like, just because a girl's nice to me, what, I'm supposed to date her? Like, just because she's nice? Like, a lot of people
anyone
are nice.
can be nice.
Yeah, anyone can be nice. You can be nice to the person you hate.
Yeah.
You know, those friend parties and you run into a friend, you're like, you know, like that friend has a friend that you hate, but like you just be nice to them in the moment.
For sure.
It's like that. And here's another thing about the fantasy, why people lie. And here's a way I think personally, I think most guys would think like, if I pull up in my regular car, RAV4 2021, super practical car, perfect for my job, carries all my stuff, great on mileage, right?
Yeah.
If a girl is gonna like me more because I pull up in a rented Lamborghini, or I rent a car and I pull up in that BMW i8 or some BS, and she likes me more and it helped me get into her pants, that is terrible. Like, that tells me like, I don't feel, the guy's not gonna feel bad about doing that because she's just as bad for liking him for the materialisticness.
Yeah.
So my advice to girls is like, don't play into it. Don't like the person for who they really are. Like, the guy now, and here's another reason why guys goes. They can't afford that.
Yeah.
They can afford it the first night. I'm telling you, there's guys out here who could kill it that first date. Who could be like you could sell you a weekend maybe, even 3 dates. But like after that, they'll start to fall off. And they know that, so that's when they'll cut it off with you. That's when they'll just ghost you.
That's my advice to some guys is quit doing that. You don't need to spend a whole bunch of money to impress her at all. Like, I think that's a lie. That's like something that actually makes guys very insecure from what I've been told.
Absolutely.
Like, because on social media, obviously you see all this fake stuff, like people's fake lives. And because men naturally do take a lot of pride, as they should, in like being providers, but like a very small percentage of people are rich. Very small.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I've been on dates where they like, I can sense that they're trying to impress by like a super fancy date night, which I enjoy. Like, I'm loving it. I'm eating it up. I love to dress up. I love to try the new restaurants.
Yeah.
Like, give me the most expensive cocktail with the fire. Like, I love it.
It's a vibe.
But I also would be happy with a free date on a walk in Memorial Park with a cup of coffee.
Nice.
I would enjoy that more than the fire cocktail.
Yeah.
And guys, that's my advice to them is like to just understand that.
Yeah, and if he's taking you out for drinks, so here's a great question. Why do guys do that?
Yeah.
They rather do the let's get dressed up and go out and get lit because they know it's the night, you know? No guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna take her out of coffee. Guys are terrible. Like, girls are interesting though, because guys will be like, hey, did you hook up with her, or yes or no? That's all they want to know. But girls, I feel like y'all like want to know the details of everything, like how big was he, oh, how was this, you know, like that kind of stuff. But anyway, but like the reason why I think guys are more likely to take you on a date to go get drinks and go out is because it's the night. It's more seductive. It's more like, oh, what are we gonna do after? Like, hey, I'll take you home. Like, okay, like it kind of goes in. Nobody really hooks up in the middle of the day. Right. You know, like you don't think more sexually without like the alcohol, without the night, without the dressed upness, you know, like that's a key point. So if a guy's taking you out on coffee and a walk, like that shows more for him. Like that's a pretty good sign that he's, you know, because he's just not around. Like if he's taking you on a date like that, he's taking out other girls on dates like that. Like, you know, but if he's taking girls out on a nice walk and a coffee, that's pretty harmless.
Right.
You know,
it's like
he wants to get to know you.
Yeah, you can't do anything else but talk.
Yeah, he wants to get to know you. It's kind of like that Bachelorette thing where it's like, look how pretty all this is. Like, look how pretty you are. Of course, like, how can that go wrong?
Right, yeah, you're creating this environment where it's like...
Oh, we got drinks, too. I get to relax.
Right.
Like, oh, he's feeding me. Like
that. You'd have to be just, like, really, like, a loser for that to be, like, not a fun date.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if it's, like, coffee and, like, walk, then it's, like... It's more of like a friendship kind of vibe of like, hey, I just want to get to know you.
Yeah.
And then like,
That's a big reason why I quit drinking. I mean, I can pretty much say at this point I quit. It's like, I don't know the last time I had a drink. It's been a long time. I think it was on a date, actually. That was a few months ago. And I was like kind of grossed out by, because he didn't ask me. He ordered a bottle of wine without asking me. And so I was like, okay, I'll drink it. But
it's weird.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, because there's nothing that alcohol late at night is going to do for me.
No, absolutely not.
you know, an occasional like brunch, Bloody Mary with the girls, sure.
Mimosas, yeah.
Like, but like, what am I doing at a bar late at night with a bunch of dudes? Like, for me, at this point in my life.
Yeah.
That's not conducive to like finding a husband.
No.
And like, even on a date, you can get a beer. Like,
Yeah.
you can get a whatever, but, you know, I'll get water.
Yeah. No, and that's hard. And that's why it's like, it's bad. I mean, I was in the club nights, you know, I had my club nights and stuff. And
oh, yeah, I was a big, first of all, I love the club. Don't get me wrong. Do not think I'm like on some high horse.
Yeah.
I love going to the club. I was a big binge drinker, but I also started early. I feel like, especially in Houston, we start early.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I
you
started
start
drinking at like 16.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Now I'm like, this is kind of old.
But you know what I don't
Drinking
understand
heavily, at least.
is I get that, right? Like I'm the same way. Like I felt like I was always like out just to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't really out, but I don't understand the girls who go out and get lit and try to get like have sex. Like there are girls out there in Houston that are like just trying to go out and have sex, and like sometimes with a friend, like do like like crazy things, and I'm just like, and I've seen that, and I'm like, whatever happened to that, and they disappear. They'll disappear for years, like no one hears from them, and then they're like pregnant, and they have a family now all of a sudden, and you're just like, bro, that guy has no idea like how that girl was, you know. So that's why I think like it is important to play hard to get. I think like a girl should be hard to get.
You think so?
I think so, absolutely, because it will kill your chances. If a guy knows that you've slept with another guy that he knows, it's over. Like you're not gonna be.
Really?
It's very rare that guy will be like, yeah, I'm gonna marry that girl. Like, it's hard. It's very hard. Like guys would love a girl.
But when you're saying hard to get, you're meaning like
physically
hard to sleep with.
Yes, hard to sleep with.
Okay.
Yeah, hard to get. No, you could go on nice dates, and because hard to sleep with is so important. Because if we know, like the guy has to earn it in the most truest sense. Like I've always categorized, and I'm sorry for this, but I categorize women because we're humans. Humans love patterns.
Yeah.
We love pattern. We love to know, okay, I see black, white, black, white, black, white. Oh, that red one, what's that? Why does that pop out?
Right.
Same thing with women.
Okay.
It's like we guys, like we know who to take serious, who to not. Like, oh, that's girlfriend material. Oh, that's just like, oh, you know, like she's been around.
Have you heard of the bucket theory?
No.
Okay. So I actually did a poll recently on my stories, but the bucket theory is that men have, there's different theories of it, but I'll say 3 buckets. So there's like the lowest bucket that you're just going to hook up with her. Like you're like, I'll hook up with her, but that's it.
Yeah.
So basically she's attractive, whatever you think is attractive. And then the second bucket is like, she's kind of like someone to have fun with. Like you'll like date her for a while, have a good time with her, but also not wife material. And then there's the top bucket, which is the wife material.
Yes.
That it's like you meet her and you're like, you know how to act. And the theory is there's those 3 buckets, but also that women can never move up in buckets. They can only move down. So, like, if you put her in that 3rd bucket category, she's never going to make it to the top bucket, no matter how much, like, growth or change or time. But if you put her in the top bucket, she could do something that moves her to the bottom.
Yes.
And then she's trapped in the bottom.
That's a crazy accurate theory.
But the funny part about the bucket theory is that for women, it's almost the exact opposite. Like we have our buckets. I don't know how many we probably have like 12 buckets, honestly. Damn. But men can move between buckets. Yeah. As many times as they want.
We could skip buckets. We could alley-oop. We could jump from one to the other.
You could be in like the bottom bucket out of how many of the like he's a loser, he's ugly,
but
he's
then he
not
does
funny,
this,
and then he does one thing or he gets abs, and then you're like, oh, now he's my husband.
Yeah.
Like, but then he could do some shit and then go back. Like we don't think like that.
Yeah. No, we write them off. We'll write you off, like, cause it's just for survival, low key. Like I don't know, it's just like, cause like that's the worst. That's the one thing you hear about. Like, I married the wrong woman, or I had kids with the wrong woman. That's our biggest fear. Like all men's biggest fear literally comes down to that, and that's why
they say women's biggest fear is to be alone.
Seems like it. Shit, seems like it. I'm like, damn, I tell my girl, you know, I'm busy. She don't care I'm busy. She's still like, you know, well, I know you're not that busy. I'm like, okay, like, I love you. You know, like, I'll talk to you. So, yeah, no, it's...
Men's biggest fear is to marry the wrong woman.
Yeah, you don't want to marry the wrong woman, have kids with the wrong woman. And so how do they handle that? No, I'm just never going to get married. Some guys, I'm never going to get married. I'm just going to keep talking to girls. Or some guys are like, oh, I'm just going to, you know, cheat on them. And that way they're not the wrong woman because I, you know, never took them like that seriously, you know? So it's just how do they process that?
So you think the bucket theory is pretty true?
Oh, 100%. This is the most accurate. That should not be a theory. That should be a fact. That is a fact. Like, what are their values and like, can I trust them? And are they somebody that is going to challenge me? And they say that, you know, like partners should challenge each other and stuff. But like, I think men challenge women in some like a lot of logical and financial ways. Like we try to like me at least, I try to like always make sure like I instill like in every girl like every girl that's ever dated me will say like, you always made me feel like I could do more. Like even the girls that like I hurt, like you always made me feel like I could do more. Like you always wanted me to shoot for like my dreams, like and everything. I was like, all right, well, like that's a good reputation.
I do think for a man though to be able to be challenged, they might say they want someone who challenges them, but in order to like allow yourself to be challenged, you have to be mature.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
The person I am now.
I will say I'm not gonna like toot my own horn, but like. I'm very intelligent. Like, I used to not think that because I grew up with like all the like really smart friends. Like all my friends were always smarter than me.
Good.
But it wasn't until I had one of my close friends that he was like, I was saying something negative about myself, and he was like, "Wait, you're like the smartest person I know." And it's not like just I have a huge brain. Like I read a lot. I listen to a ton of like educational things. Like. So for me, intelligence is like a quality that I want in a man because I want him to be smarter than me to like teach me things and have those intelligent conversations and like let's argue about politics because you know more about policy than I do or like you know like I crave that like mental stimulation.
I think it's a good thing. I think men should be more smart.
But when I like he also has to be able to take it too.
Yes.
Like, if I'm challenging something, then I'm like, no, I know that. I know this.
Yeah.
Like, listen to me. A lot of times they'll shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, men like to be challenged, but then when they're challenged, they're like, wait, I don't know how to, like, process it, right?
Yeah. Okay, so going back to women should play hard to get, should we be playing hard to get, like, emotionally as well? Like, is there, because you always hear about the chase. Like, men like a chase or, like, a mystery about you. I've been told like sometimes telling how you really feel or asking for exclusivity will like push him away. But
screw him.
If that's how you feel, then if you're not doing that or if you're like tiptoeing, then that's like
he ain't the right one.
Playing games or
No, he ain't the right one. I mean, but you have to look at it like this. There can only be one right one.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna have to go through a lot to get to that right one. You know, but it's like, how scarred are you gonna come out of that? How much of yourself did you give away for that is super important. Like, if your girl is just falling for any guy, like that's not good. Like, you know, like you have to kind of understand that it's risk. Like, you're not gonna find the perfect guy right away. If you do, great. Like those high school couples that get married and they never have, like they're just together forever. Like they're cool. Like that's very lucky, you know. Yeah. But I think, like you just have to. Playing hard to get is better than just being for everybody. Like, it's better than being easy, you know? Yeah. Like, that's the last thing you want.
Do guys really want that chase? Like, I know physically, yes. I think that's pretty much the consensus. There's some guys that do say, like, oh, no, it doesn't matter. Like, me and my girl hooked up on the first date. But, like, that's the exception to the rule. Most guys would say yes. Like, they're not going to date you if you do that. But what about, do guys really like a woman that they have to like work for? Like, she's not going to tell you she likes you too early. She's not going to like start doing things for you, cooking for you too early. Like, you feel like you have to work for it.
Yeah. That's a hard one.
Or do you see it as like, no, that's unattractive. I want to see that side of her. It
kind of contrasts really crazily with like the whole girls shooting their shot first. Because if a girl shoots her shot first and it works out, that's really interesting, right? Because she's not really playing hard to get. She kind of put herself out there, and he's like, "Whoa, but I really like you." Like, you know, like that's an interesting dynamic versus like the whole like, oh, I'm gonna go try. Nowadays, I feel like if I'm trying to shoot my shot at a girl and she's playing hard to get, I'm usually thinking she's probably got an ex-boyfriend she's still not sure what's going on with, or like she's talking to multiple guys and like, you know, she's like waiting to see like when it's my time, I guess, you know, like it depends on what do you mean by hard to get, I guess. Like it's hard to get like you can't even get a date with me, or is it like, okay, we went on a date but she's not texting back fast still, like she's
I think it's more that. I think it's like what I mean is downplaying how interested we are. So like if me and a guy go on a first date, if I really enjoyed the date, like I'm like, oh my gosh, that was like a 10 out of 10 date, like I really liked him. Should I stay silent and wait for him to reach out, or should I text after the date and be like, I really enjoyed that?
Be silent, let him reach out. Okay. The person who cares less wins, always, unfortunately. It's the saddest truth. But it's like, I mean, when I used to like cheat back when like I was cheating, like in those days, I used to think like, better her than me. Better like she gets cheated on than I get cheated on. Like that's how bad, like it was survival a little bit. And so it's like kind of the same thing with this. It's like, better him be questioning if you like him than you questioning if he likes you.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of like that power dynamic, because guys will do whatever they could get away with. So if he already knows like you're all about him, he's like, all right, like I can do whatever I want. She already wants me. I already have her.
Right.
But if he doesn't have you, and he's thinking like, well, this girl really likes me, but like, what's up with this girl I went out with last? Like, why doesn't she have me back up? Like, damn, like, is there something wrong with me? You know, like.
Because I feel like if I text like, oh, I really enjoyed the date, like, hope to see you again or something, which is like really nice.
It's too nice.
It's not desperate. It's just like, that's really nice. Yeah. Then he could be thinking like, oh, I got time. Like, I don't have to take her out again quick. Like, no. Versus if I'm silent, then he's going to start to be like, oh, wait, maybe, what should I do next?
Yes. I think what's understood doesn't have to be explained.
But that is a game.
Yeah. Oh, that's a game in, that is a hard one. Because I have had great dates where like they said that and I'll be like, yeah, I really enjoyed that date too. Like I can't wait to do it again. I'll maybe even say like, what about this Thursday? If I really like them, I want to see them again. If I really like them, I'm trying to like set up the next date. Like I want to be at the forefront.
Yeah.
So there is merit to that text, you know? But then if it just comes down, is this a bad boy that you're dealing with, or is this a good guy? If it's a bad boy, don't text him. He don't deserve that shit. You know, like you gotta like, what does he deserve, right?
There's a book called Why Men Love Bitches.
Yeah, I got my mom that book.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was Why Men Marry Bitches on that one. There's like versions of it.
There's two.
Yeah.
I haven't read the second one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Why Men Love Bitches is the first one, which I've read, and it's kind of about that. And it doesn't mean bitches as in like a rude person. Yeah. It means like someone who is hard to get.
Yeah.
And like.
And ain't afraid to check you and push you, you know, like push back.
Or like, you know, you're not too available or, you know, too needy or too desperate. I think once you get in the relationship, you should be able to express yourself freely. Like,
but is that a fantasy now that you're selling?
What do you mean?
Like if a girl is very like nonchalant or like super like cool, and then once over time they're like, okay, actually no, I'm like this attention needing girlfriend that like, you know, completely 180, right? Yeah. So like that could be like you're selling the fantasy to the guy, because the guy might be thinking like, well, you know, she doesn't really need me that much. She's not that neat. She got her shit together, like, you know, and then all of a sudden you'll start dating, and then now you're like, oh, what are you doing like all the time? And, you know, or like, you know, hey, I need more attention. Like that could be a 180. That's happened to me before, like, or like a girl like who liked me because, you know, I was posting thirst traps. And she was like, yeah, like when we're together, like you can still post the thirst traps. Like, I don't care. Like you can do whatever. You don't have to tell people like we're dating. Like you can still do, because I was literally trying to make money with social media. Like it wasn't just like to get girls. It was, unfortunately, what I noticed was I was an artist, right? I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to make art. And people, oh, I make great art. People should watch this, right? No, not how it works, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree. And so I started doing like thirst traps, and like 300% more increase in viewership, right? That's crazy. It was unfortunate. And I thought like family was gonna judge me for it, like, oh, that's like kind of gay, like why are you posting your shirtless pictures, or you know, all this stuff. They were like, about time. Like people were like, if I had your body, I would be doing that. If I had that, I would be doing that, right? And so it kind of reinforces like, oh, okay, this is the route I'm supposed to be going. Sure. And so, you know, I pulled it from that, because it's like, it's also like, hey, well, you liked me. You wouldn't have liked me if you didn't see that picture of me. Like I wouldn't be on your explore page if I didn't post that picture. That's how
Yeah.
she met me, you know?
Okay.
And so she was like, yeah, I get it, like, you know, and then we started dating, and she's like, why are you posting that? Why are you posting a selfie? Like, why, you know, complete 180. Like, sold me the dream. And
I
then,
think, I don't know if, I guess it depends on how you go about it and like what your intentions are.
Yeah.
Because I think if you do that in a mature way, like if you do kind of like as a woman, if you kind of play the game at first, but then, you know, once the relationship's established, you are more, I'm going to say needy, but like emotional, and you're more affectionate and like with your words and just everything. But if you have to talk about your expectations.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really dating this person for real,
Yeah.
and you're getting to know them, like talking about what are your expectations in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And like, don't act like a freaking crazy person, but like, I don't know. You tell me. I mean, don't guys like that? And they want their woman to be affectionate. Like, you want your woman to like make a move on you, or to say like, I miss you, or I wish you were here, or like,
yeah, massages.
grab your hand to hold your hand.
We don't want to feel bad though. So that's another one. Like, we only like things that we can control. In a way, like, so if you say like, I miss you, but I can't see you, like it's just physically impossible, or like there's no way I could fix that problem. Like, say I'm at work. Like, if I was off and you say I miss you, I could FaceTime you, you know, or I could go visit you, right? Like, if we're in the city. But if I'm at work and you text me I miss you, it can make me feel like a little added stress, because it's like, oh, wow, fuck, like my girl misses me. Like, sometimes we don't, maybe just me, but like sometimes like I don't take it like you're saying like I miss you as a term of endearment. I look at like I miss you like it's a problem. Like, oh shit, she misses me. Like I'm trying to make money, bring this home. You know, I already got enough things on my plate. Now I gotta like make sure she's happy. You know, because some guys are like that. Some guys are wired where like they just want to make people happy. You know, they want to make their partner happy, and so. Like, you know, sometimes that could be stressful, but like, you know, or like a girl who's like, I need to see you. Like, I need to see you. It's like, you saw me yesterday, you know, like I need to see you today. It's like, oh, like, trust me, I want to. Much. Yeah. Cause it's like, at the end of the day, if the guy likes him, it's like, yo, I want to see you. Like, but is it feasibly possible? Like, you know, some things are not possible. But I think like you say, as we grow older, we learn a lot about dating. And I would say at this point in my time, if I'm dating somebody, I tell a lot of guys this, I say, if you're not ready to marry that girl within 2 years or 3 years, like propose within 2 to 3 years of dating them, like if you don't see yourself being able to do that, don't even date her. Like, don't date. Like, it's not even worth it right now, like to do that.
But guys do that.
What?
Like, okay, I'll choose my words carefully because I'm talking about someone. But like, okay, you see this a lot. Mm-hmm. If a guy and a girl are like, they've been dating for 2-3 years, mm-hmm. They live together, they basically are playing house.
Yes.
I always tend to think mm-hmm. that I would say there are times when they end up getting married, sometimes, but most of the time it's like she's just like a placeholder. Like, it's convenient to have a roommate. It's convenient for the man if he's like still trying to work on himself, build himself up, to have a girl there that's willing to like stick around while he's broke, or when he's like not really got his shit together. But that's usually not the girl he wants to marry, because her expectations of him start off so low.
I'm the opposite. I think if you were with me there, like if you were with me before I had it all, like I want to marry you more.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it is true. That is a cop out. I mean, I can't, like, you know, it does take time. The man does need time. And so if you are that girl, it is unfortunate. I'm so sorry. I feel so sorry for you. You are the character development girl.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
You are the first book.
The living together too is huge.
Oh, for sure.
Because to me, that's like, even if you're not super well off financially yet, or like you're still building or whatever, mm-hmm. which is most people, no one is ever like they
perfect.
Made it. Like, you know?
And if they have, they don't really want to give that up for one person.
If you're living together, you're dating for, I'm going to say more than a year, mm-hmm. and you're living together and he hasn't proposed, like, what are we doing?
So I was going to ask you, like, do you feel like y'all need to live together before he can propose?
For me, no. I think the opposite.
Okay, propose, then y'all can live together.
First of all, statistically, couples who live together before they get married are much more likely to get divorced.
Interesting.
Yes, because
I'm under that impression now.
You train yourself in the relationship that you can always leave. Because you build the relationship in a marriage context when you're not married yet.
Yeah.
So you kind of just set the tone that like, I can always move out.
Yeah, it's a cop-out. It's like, oh, we don't live together yet. We're gonna wait. Like we're gonna wait and see. Like everything's going great, but it's like, maybe we don't like each other when we live together.
More of a hesitation.
It's like, but why wouldn't y'all? Like if you guys already.
I'm just very selfish, and I'm like, I don't want to live with a boy unless I have to. Like unless you are my husband, and like I'm not gonna give you this part of my life, like my home, my peaceful little bubble, unless you're committed to me for the rest of our life. Like, why would I do that? What's the point of that? Yeah, that's the way I see it. And like, boys are dirty. Yeah,
we laundry baskets. What are those? Yeah. And I see it. I don't know. And it just doesn't. It's better on the floor. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I'm just like
literally
with my husband. Like, yes, I'm here to serve you, but
I ain't picking your drawers off.
I'm just a girlfriend. Absolutely not. You're not moving into my house, sharing my bed.
Yeah.
And I'm not a wife.
Yeah.
No. There was a quote I saw. Oh, I can't remember who. I almost want to say it was Alex Hermosi. But it was some like successful guy, and he was saying that like the number one quality he looks for in a wife is like, I want to make sure that she's somebody who can sit at a table of business people with me, and she can tell me like if someone is not trustworthy, like if I shouldn't do a business deal with somebody.
Yeah, she could read the energies.
Because like women have like
intuition.
having a connection to that intuition as a woman is like really important.
Yeah.
In choosing a partner, because I do think it's instinctual. It is looking for threats. It is like women are, protective of their family and their children, their tribe, and so you need to be able to follow your intuition.
Yeah. And the same thing is sometimes men will be on. Sometimes women like get complacent, and men too, like in relationships, like they'll get complacent with their partner. Like they have to be reminded that like if someone like wants your partner, all of a sudden like it renews that interest in them sometimes. Like,
true.
Like they get playing and it's like, hey, like don't forget, like I still got it. I go get a girl, like hey, don't act like that, like, and then like they're like, oh yeah, you're right. Like sometimes my biggest thing in relationships is like I always stress to my girls like we cannot take each other for granted. Cannot take each other for granted. Like as soon as I feel you take me for granted, I'm gonna let you know. Like that's not good, because it's like we cannot take each other for granted. I do not want to marry the wrong woman. I do not want to be old and miserable. Like I really want to be like, if I'm gonna do this love thing, like I want to do this right. Because if not, it's like honestly in this day and age, it's like there are a lot of pros for a guy to stay single and to do whatever he wants. Yeah. Like I think it's a double-edged sword, because there's also that like a good woman can make your life 100% better.
I was gonna say that is true, but that's only true for like what I would call like a very low frequency man.
Yeah.
Like if what he wants is just like sex and someone to have fun with.
No, what if he doesn't want any girls?
Someone on their arm.
What if he's not doing girls dirty? Like he's not doing anybody wrong. But like he just doesn't want to like have the headache. He doesn't want to have to like get the marriage and like do the contract.
That's what I'm saying. He's not seeing marriage for what it is. Like he's not understanding that like if you're two very high frequency godly people and you come together, you only elevate each other's lives.
Yes.
But someone who's seeing it as like, oh, like the ball and chain, like you don't have the right conception of marriage. Like
see it
to
more.
Your point, like you need to get out of that world and get into a different world where like marriage is like
celebrated.
So it's gonna make your life better the way that it's supposed to be.
Hopefully you guys got something out of that, and dating is one of the hardest things you can do, so don't beat yourself up if it's not going your way. Like it's just people get heartbroken every day, people fall in love every day. You could be on either side. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just love yourself, love God, and trust your gut. Your gut is your gut for a reason, so trust it.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's episode of That's What He Said. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope you're taking away something valuable that will benefit your dating life. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please give this show a follow, rate, and review. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like this video, and most importantly, comment below because I want to hear what you said. See you next time. Thank you.